is have federal and state support for people who are sick. Support that catastrophic illness with greater subsidies so that everybody else doesn't have to bear those costs in their insurance pools. 1% of the people in the individual market drive 23% of the costs. So if we directly support that catastrophic coverage, it's sort of reinsurance on top of insurance, then you're lowering everyone else's prices. You're making it easier for people to afford quality health insurance, and you're guaranteeing that that person who has catastrophic health care costs, that person who has a pre-existing condition or gets really sick, gets the coverage that they need. We think it's a really good step in the right direction. We're having very productive conversations with our members, and we feel like we're on the right track, and we'll announce, when we have a vote, when we're going to go.
Is there pressure to vote by the president on Thursday?
We want to go when we're ready to go, and we're having this. This has been a very organic bottom-up process. It takes time to do that. We're doing big things, and you know me. I talked about 200 days because I thought the kind of agenda that we're attempting to put together here, overhauling healthcare, overhauling the tax system, rebuilding our military, securing the border, those take more than just a few months. They take a long time, at least a year. And so that's why we're working on the path to get it right and not constrain it to some artificial deadline. Nancy.
Mr. Speaker, high-risk schools don't have the greatest track record. In Wisconsin, your high-risk school was great for the people who were on it, but it was still unaffordable for a lot of other people.
No, it was pretty actually darn good, but this will add federal funding to it now. So think of high-risk pools. There were states that had high-risk pools that had reinsurance mechanisms or risk sharing like the Maine plan. None of them had any federal funding to it. None of them had any federal resources. This takes that idea and adds federal resources to it to make sure that it works even better. And HHS will coordinate with those states to make sure that they have good mechanisms in place. So we have seen states, Wyoming had a good one, Utah had a good one, Washington State had a good one, Maine had a good one, we had a good one. They work. And now that we're going to be adding federal funding to it, they'll work even better, and you'll be able to lower prices even more.
So can you reassure people with pre-existing conditions that they won't be worse off under your plan?
People will be better off with pre-existing conditions under our plan. That's the whole goal here, is to make it easier for people. The problem with Obamacare is people get one choice at best in a third of all the counties in America. 5 states, you got one plan to choose from. That's not very good to have just a monopoly giving you health insurance. Our job here is to make sure that people get more choices. And by getting more choices, you can get better quality health insurance and lower prices, and we preserve those protections for people with pre-existing conditions. That's the goal of this bill. That's what this bill achieves. And we think it's going to be a big improvement on the status quo, which is collapsing before us.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.